G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. And you may have noticed I'm in a bit of new clobber. And I've got to thank an old school friend of mine in England who still after all these years goes to all or many of the Tottenham games, and he's even got his kids into it. This is the flame of fandom being passed on. It's very nice of you, mate. Good luck to you and all your family. Now, Ange Postecoglou, man. Ange's press conference. Ange Postecoglou is from the neighbourhood. What do I mean by that? He's one of us. It's a world of us and them. Us normal people and the hoity-toity toffee people with their spreadsheets and Gantt charts and all that. There was a couple of things in Ange's press conference that I just want to chat about. He said lots of stuff. It's probably worth mining for a few days, but I'll just pick a couple of things for you. One, he was talking about, he was asked about meeting some new sporting director of something, I don't know, is it Lange? Something like that. And Ange said, well, I've had a couple of chats with him, but my attention span is too short for long meetings. How about that? One of us. He's not a pretender. He's not like all the people pretending in the corporate world while they're sitting in meeting rooms where you have to crank up the air conditioner so no one falls asleep, and agendas and who's taking minutes then so we have an accurate record. Like, this is really important. No, if Ange needs to know something, if he needs to pass a message on, he does it the old-fashioned way, you know, like a human being, and says hello, g'day mate, thumbs up, we move on, off we go. You don't need to sit around for 2 hours and a whiteboard to get things done and waste time trying to look productive when you're just talking a load of old wank. The other thing that Ange said that I really liked, he was asked about Pape Matar. Does he play a 6, an 8 or a 10? These are numbers that really don't mean much to me because a midfielder's a midfielder to me. And I think it's part of this this world we live in where everything's very, very clearly defined. Clearly defined, no wriggle room. It's all black and white. There's no murkiness. There's no fudge factors. And so people have put players into boxes. Ange isn't having it. No siree. No siree. It's not Ange ball, it's football. Ange said that Pape Matar can play a 6, an 8 and a 10 all at the same time. What a perfect answer, man. Perfect answer. Ange is not for boxes. He's not for straight lines. He's up for colour, splashes of fireworks, dynamism, emotion. Emotion, the thing that drives footballers on, that drives fans on. It's all about emotion, football. It's not about facts at all. It's not about regulations. It's about freedom of expression. That's what Ange is doing. Now, just on Pape Matar, the question's coming up when Bentancur comes back in. A lot of people seem to be saying, oh, he's going to replace Pape Matar. And to my mind, bearing in mind I don't know anything about football, I'd say if there is someone that makes room, and who knows if this is going to happen, what an amazing choice to have, or an amazing dilemma to have on your hands. Quality midfielders fighting for positions. That's exactly the way we want it at Spurs. In my mind, Bentancur is more of a similar player to Yves Bissouma. That's just a thought off my top of the head. Pape Matar, as well as Yves Bissouma, have both been nominated for African Player of the Year. Fantastic news for them. They were on the outer of the squad last year, and they're really flourishing. I'm really enjoying watching them play. They just look like players that play without fear. They play without fear. Not that I'm saying they're cocky or arrogant. There's just no fear on the pitch. They're very confident. Players can't get the ball off them. We're building a team full of players that, on their moments, you just can't get the ball off them. You can't get the ball off them. You have the ball, you try and get past them. They just walk up to you and take the ball away. It's simple. It's very simple. Now, Ange was talking about what sort of reception Mauricio Pochettino will get. He's saying, I'm sure he'll get respect, but there'll be no guard of honour for him. That's right, man. It's football. He's the opposition now. He's the opposition. I quite like what a mate of mine said. Same mate who sent me this shirt. A fitting response to Pochettino returning to White Hart Lane would be if we're 4-0 up with 5 minutes to go, the whole crowd starts singing "He's Magic, you know." And I think that would be quite cool, because I think Mauricio is a big man. He can take things, but I think that would really get up the skins and noses and other oily orifices that the Chelsea fans have. Some of them, sometimes they speak through them, utter bad things through them. I think that would really wind them up and sow the seeds of further disharmony in that club that likes to think that they're our rivals. Can you believe it? They think our rivals, Chelsea, the same stature as Tottenham Hotspur, the greatest football team the world has ever seen, winner of 17 major honours, until Chelsea, of course, got lucky with a potential war criminal, perhaps, dodgy funds. I mean, anyone can make a football team if you nick the entire utility of a country and spend it on football. Then, you know, some success is going to go your way. Another reason I think Mauricio Pochettino is not going to work out at Chelsea, apart from the fact that Chelsea, through whatever murk is in their brain, don't like anything about Tottenham. I wonder why that is, Chelsea. Is that when we talk about Tottenham's DNA, there's been a phrase that's come up a couple of times. Our DNA is champagne, one touch, quick motion football. Entertaining, high risk, high reward. That's what Tottenham does. Beautiful, beautiful to watch. What's Chelsea's DNA? Boring, five at the back, mundane. Yeah, they grind out wins when they've had good managers enough to get them over the line and a whole bag of cash. But essentially, Chelsea, their DNA is boring. Even when they were in Division 2, which is where they're going to go back down to, boring. So it's akin to when Mourinho or Conte, both great managers, had a go at Tottenham. Their style of football just wasn't Tottenham. So Mauricio's got to Chelsea, trying to play progressive football. It's not in their culture, man. It's not in their culture at all. Now, on the subject of money, Ange was asked, would he like to have a £1 billion to spend, something like that? No, not really. Not really. If you have a team with the 24 best players in the world, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, because football is about chemistry and making sure all the component parts function as a unit, all with the same aim, whether they're bit part players coming on for the last 10 minutes or steady first team starters. All your guys working in the same direction, that's when things can happen. I remember Steve Perriman said once, Steve Perriman, in case you missed my video earlier today, is going to come on a live stream with me in December. Very excited about that. He said, you can't have a team of Glenn Hoddles. You can't have a team of Glenn Hoddles. Doesn't work. Football does not work that way. So Ange was saying time and time again, having lots of money and the best players, it's been proven that that doesn't guarantee success. Sometimes almost the opposite. When you look at Pochettino's reign at Paris Saint-Germain, we had those, what was it, who was up front? Was it Messi, Mbappe? And, I don't know, it was like ridiculous, wasn't it? And they came second in League A. He won it the following year. But when he was faced with competition across Europe, no dice. So things are not looking good for Chelsea. They have got the money from Mr. Hey, let's play ball. Hey, touchdown at Chelsea. Man who knows nothing about football, whereas Ange keeps well out of the dressing room. Bowley's in there. Hey, would you like some chitlins and, I don't know, gravy and cookies? Hey. Well, don't work. So another sterling performance from Ange. And wouldn't you know it, Ange has been nominated 3rd month in a row for Manager of the Month. We're the only team, Tottenham Hotspur, the only team with a 100% record in October. He's got to win it, hasn't he? I told you. I told you back in August that if the Premier League give the first award to Ange, they're going to have painted themselves in a corner because he's only getting better. So it's just going to be Ange, 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 Ange. And you know what? Big credit to Cudi Romero for getting a nomination. Very hard to get a nomination for these awards when you're a defender. They usually go to the glamour boys. I think Mo Salah could be in with a shout. 5 goals in 3 games. That's going to be hard to beat. But if you're looking at other qualities, Cudi Romero is your man. So I've put my vote in, of course, because I'm a one-eyed Spurs fan. So no guessing who I voted for. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. Top of the league. Hopefully we'll stay there. I can't put my glasses back on properly. So until next time, folks, peace and love, and come on you Spurs.